What is up, everybody? What is up? We're back, video 5 of this advanced market structure PDF series. So, last example, we did AUD CHF. This example, we got CHF JPY on the 4 hour. So, what are we looking at? What do we see right here? So, we see that the market right here made a high, right? Had a little retracement, made a low, and then ultimately we see price go through that high right here, right? Giving us a new higher high. Okay. So this previous broken high, this failed supply zone, right, becomes now our point of interest. So we see price come back to that area, right? And this is when, I always like, if you're not sure about a certain point of interest, this is when I like to go to the lower time frames and watch for a break of structure from this level here, right? So we dropped down, we were on the 4 hour, and then we dropped down to the 15-minute. You can see right here, this 4 hour point of interest, we had, multiple rejections from it, right? But if you notice, none of these rejections until this one really gave us that strong push to the upside, that real direction, that break of structure. So there's 2 points of interest that you can look at, right? And I was reading that, but there's 2 point of interest that you can look at, and we're on the 15-minute time frame on CHF JPY. So we're getting into good risk to reward right now. And you see from this entry here, maybe your TP would have been there, and this was already up 30 pips. So now if we talk a little money, here. I don't know if you guys can see that at all, but 30 pips, and this was only 2 hours. So in 2 hours, you could have either made 300, 300, or $3,000 in basically 3 hours, right? Just off of 30 pips. Crazy. But yeah, anyway, we wait for that rejection from the higher time frame. And not just any rejection either. Not just any rejection. Right? And why not? Because this one here is the one that gave us that break of structure. Right? That's the one that gave us that break of structure. So clean play on that setup right there. Now, next setup. Next example. We got AUD JPY on the 4 hour time frame. And if we look at this, this is pretty much my favorite setup, actually. So what do we get? We have a low and a high, right? But what happens after this high is created? Or what's really going on? What's really happening, right? So really, we see price, maybe it's headed for a higher time frame objective, But ultimately, what we see is grab of liquidity and an immediate rejection, an immediate shift in the market, right? And then we break structure to the downside. So from this low to this high, this would be our range of our point of interest, right? So yeah, bottom of this. And then now you can enter here, but the purpose of this, right, is to look at this area in a lower time frame, right? So we go from the 4 hour and we drop down to the 15-minute. This looks juicy. So we're on the 15-minute. Excuse me. Now, here is this point of interest that we're looking at, right? On that 4 hour time frame, the 4 hour point of interest. Now we see price head up there. We see price head up there with that big push to the upside. And if you notice, right, if you notice, there's a break of structure here on a minor time frame. And look at where price actually gives a rejection to. Look at where price can give you a rejection, right? Now look, we're in this point of interest, right? We're on the higher time frame, 4 hour point of interest. We're noticing all these rejections, but none of them have really given us a break of structure yet, right? So we look, no break, no break, no break, but this one does, right? Huge move to the downside, just like this setup here, right? The low to the high, and we want to enter at the bottom of that range, right? So right here would be our entry. Let's say we missed this one. Same thing as over here, from this low to that high of that range, right? Here or here, doesn't matter. There's an entry, and from, I guess this was 50 pips, but yeah, you could be a buyer up into this point of interest right here, right? That low, higher, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So yeah, that was a super clean example. Next example, we got AUD JPY on the 15-minute time frame. Use red. And so what do we see? 15-minute time frame. 15-minute time frame, and it's looking bullish, right? So we see a break of structure here. Now what do we see next, right? We see rejections from this area. But then look, price breaks structure again here. So about this time now, I think we should be going down into the lower time frames and see what we see. So here was the first break of structure, and here was the second one. Now, where does the impulse start at the second break of structure, right? Well, if we look at this area, what are we on? 5-minute time frame. If we look at this area, we have a low here and a low here that get captured. Liquidity gets taken and price moves to the upside, right? So where is the lowest point of this demand, right, in this range right here, I guess you could say, right here, right? And this could be your entry from the 15-minute break of structure and then a 5-minute point of interest, right? Well, 5-minute break of structure too. You can clearly see it right here, but the 15-minute point of interest, 5-minute break of structure, boom, 4-pip drawdown, and then maybe you have TP up here or something higher. But I think that's going to end this video on this example. When we come back, we will do AUD NZD on the 4-hour time frame. But all right, peace out. I'll see you in the next one.